This is on the corner of my street. This is heading towards Chorlton Green. That's where a very old cemetery is. A lot of building work going on at the corner. They're squeezing in a big block of flats. Looking back over there, those houses. One of those back there is where I live. This is the Chorlton Evangelical Church, which has been here for years and years. Seems to be going well. It's always kept very neat and tidy. Anyway, on to Chorlton Green. Here we are at Beech Road with the Beech Inn. Used to be a very rough pub years and years ago, but it's been made much more simple nowadays. And there's the floral fair just off. Used to be the Chippy, the Chorlton Chippy. Didn't think he'd survive as just selling flowers, but it's become a greengrocer's now, so it's enormously successful and it's a really useful addition rather than all sort of trinket shops, because you can see we've got hairdressers here, Ethos, and then trinket. A little bit further down Beech Road, this is Stockton Road where I used to live. This used to be a sort of shop of bits and pieces. It used to be called Sumac, which I always remember because it was Camus spelled backwards, and now it's Bisou Bisou, which in French means kisses, and it's now a sort of cafe which seems to be open. I suppose it's selling takeaways. Over there is Itano, which was based on an old Methodist chapel, and you can see they've built sort of an outside area in it now to make it viable under lockdown. And recent addition here, a local co-op which I helped open. There's a picture of me holding a giant pair of scissors, and I don't know what that lift thing is at the back. That's something new. I wonder what it's doing there. Further up, that's the rest of Beech Road, which is where I am. And here's Growler and Prowler, which is our local pet food supplies for the many cats and dogs that are kept in Chorlton. This is called Suburban Green, which is a new restaurant. Don't think it's ever been opened during lockdown. Messages about wearing a mask. Used to be a pet food store over here, which is now called Object. Don't know what it means really. Shop, staycation, social, and then a Chinese medicine centre. And a little bit further along, so an estate agent, and then the bar San Juan, which is an extremely popular tapas place. Apparently Pep Guardiola from Manchester City comes occasionally. It's a tiny place, but I think they're expanding it because it's been so successful. Still seems to be open as well, amazingly. Then Hurricane, which has been here for years and years, old kind of hippie shop. Opticians, restaurants again. Clothes shop, which never seems to sell any clothes. It's been going for a long time. This used to be a really nice beach cafe, and now become a gifts and interior called the Curious Fox. More clothes places, a pharmacy, very useful. A wedding place. Barrio Cocktails. Another pharmacy. Oh, it's the same one, Beech Road Pharmacy. So expanded, I don't know. A wonderful épicerie, Ludo, which sells really, really nice stuff but very expensive. And then the Barrio and Truth and the hairdressers. It's a very windy day. That's the lead station, which is one of my favourite cafes. Another cafe is there, and the famous Etchuals, which sells more Guardians than any other newsagent in the country. At least it did one time. And there's Épicerie Ludo. Now this is getting towards the end of the interesting bit of Beech Road. There's the park, some nice flowers coming up, crocuses. And here's the laundrette cafe, which, yes, you guessed it, used to be an actual laundrette until a few years ago. And just opposite, the Ivy Court, which is where Helen lives from the Elders. So I'm heading up here to get to the bike shop to collect my electric bike. This house towards the end of Beech Road on the corner of Reynard Road used to be a Tibetan Buddhist centre, and I was very much into Tibetan Buddhism, and together with the leader of that group, Dave Stott, we established this house which I bought as I was the only one in the job at the time, and it became part of a global network of Tibetan Buddhist centres led by Dave Stott, now known as Lama Tampa Chai. And that's a very long story, but that's the house, and it's just on the corner of Beech Road. This is just round the corner on Bollamore Road and near the bus station. This place has been here for ages. It's a diving club. I always used to joke to people that there was a 320-foot deep pool underneath it, which some people believed, but I don't think there is anything like that. It's a tiny place. I think they got it as some sort of it was just passed on to them when somebody died, I think. But anyway, seems to be going strongly, so good luck to them. And so on across the road to Ken Foster's Cycles. I think one of the oldest shops in Chorlton, actually, the remaining now. Been going years and years, since the 1960s, I think. It's a great bike shop. They're really friendly, and they've repaired my bike and provided me with bikes for many years. I think they do a fantastic job, and it's a real mecca for cyclists. I think they go back to times of when they supported Tour de France riders and things like that. But it's still the original people, and long may they be so.